Hi, it's Derick Gant, 24K Life, and today's going to be a hot show. We're going all in on your money, how you can control it, how you can build it, and how you can become financially independent. We'll be right back. Life TV. Hey, I hope that you are ready for a real inside look on what I do, how I do. We're going to take you inside the loop, give you some money tips, some health tips. We're going to show you how to live your best life each and every day to this highest potential. Just follow me. We're going right into it. All right, so you want to talk about your money. Maybe you don't want to talk about your money. The reality is that no matter where you go, you're really not allowed to talk about your money. What do I mean? Well, you know, I've done a TED Talk on it. I've written a book about this, but talking about money is taboo. You're not allowed to talk about it at the water cooler. You can't tell your coworkers how much you make. People don't talk about money with their kids. They don't talk about it with their parents. You're not allowed. It's just embarrassing to say, I can't manage my money. I'm in over my head. I need some financial help. Hey, I make 6 figures and I got nothing to show for it. Heard it 100,000 times. I'm telling you, over the last 30 years, I hear it all the time. So what's the problem? Well, I'll tell you what the problem is. Society, i.e. the business owners that you work for, they don't want you having a bunch of money. If you have a bunch of money, you lose motivation to go to work, you lose motivation to bring your A game to work, and you just aren't that great at spending because you're keeping your money. So they want you spending and they want you broke so that you can continue to come to work. Now, I know it may sound crazy, but just take a step back and think about it. You go to work, they pay you 100 grand. You are producing $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 for the 100 that they're paying you. So you are an asset to the corporation. They don't want to lose a valuable asset. They got training in you, they got time into you, and they have resources tied up into you. But what are you getting for your time and for that paycheck? Well, you're getting that living check to check. I'm telling you, 2 out of every 10 people that make over 6 figures are living check to check. I don't know what to tell you other than you're not alone, and we're going to help you fix it. So today, we're going to talk about what's the foundational, structural, actual way for you to build your net worth, for you to stabilize your financial life, and how can you start to rethink the way you look at money, the way you handle money, and where your money's going. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't want to be forced to work until I'm 65 because the only money I have is in my pension or my forced retirement savings. I'd much prefer an opportunity to call it a day when I'm ready to call it a day. So in order to do that, you have to start taking a look at where you are, where you want to go, and what it takes to get there. And most people, let's just be honest, they're not willing to do that. They're not willing to do what it takes. They're not willing to take an honest look because they don't want to take radical ownership. Most people want to blame somebody. It's the man's fault I'm where I'm at. It's racism. It's discrimination. They were holding me back. They looked me over. Hey, I'm not saying those things aren't true, but how long are you going to hold on to those things and let them hold you back? You have to take some ownership for your life. If you're getting passed over, you need to pass by. Don't wait till you get outsized, right-sized, resized, undersized, oversized before you decide that you got to do something different. You know, last week we had on Coach Dawn Johnson, and what she was trying to say was that, hey, her major life change happened when she lost her job. And, you know, you don't really lose a job. You really get fired from a job. And that's what she was saying. I got fired, and it forced me to make this massive change. Hey, we don't want to wait until you're forced to make a better decision for yourself. So how do you do that? How do you make a better decision? How do you gain control of your finances? How do you make sure you are manifesting your destiny? Now, let's get one thing straight. I talk about money a lot because it's what I do. It's what people depend on me to do, to deliver answers for them financially. But let's not get it twisted. Money is not the end all. Money is simply a tool. Money is energy for you to show your value, to receive value, and to store up for the life that you want to live. It's simply a tool. You're going after happiness. You're going after more joy. You're going after commitment, consistency, complacency. You're going after the things that make you feel good. Money just helps you get there. And for anyone that ever comes to you and says, hey, money can't buy you happiness, I call bullshit. I call bull. Money can buy you happiness. Money can buy you comfort. Money makes sure you have hot water. Money makes sure you can take a shower. Money makes sure you can help your kids. Money makes sure that you can retire in a lifestyle that you've become accustomed to. People that say that don't have any money. They don't have a plan, and they are making an excuse. They're not taking ownership for their life. Ask any wealthy person, and I hate to say any wealthy person, but ask most wealthy people that came up from nothing. They'll say, I've been rich and I've been poor, and I'll take rich any day. The problems are still there. They're just different. My one friend, Jimmy Jackson, said on an interview we did a while ago, he says, hey, I don't really have problems. I have issues that I have to deal with. They're just different. So yes, there's going to be issues with people, from people most likely, when you have more money, when you do bigger deals, when you buy bigger houses, bigger things break. But for the most part, hey, call it like it is. You want to live in happiness. You want to live in comfort. You deserve it. How long have you been working? Do an experiment for me. Take your income and take the average income that you've made since the day you started working per year and add up how much money you've made. I tell you, it's in the millions. You've made $1 million, $2 million, $3 million over the time period that you've been working. And then go to your bank account and see how much is sitting in that account. Now, I'm not judging. I'm just telling you this is the water cooler problem. Not allowed to talk about your money. Now, not only are you not allowed to talk about your money, but you're not allowed to say, hey, I need some help. What should I be doing? You know, a lot of people that come to me to invest, They said, I overheard my friend talking to his friend about some investing, and I want to know more about it. Your parents don't teach you about money because they didn't know about money and nobody taught them. School doesn't teach you about money. They don't want you to manage money properly because you need to grow up to be a consumer, a working consumer. And if you know about your money, I've already told you the problem with that. If you're managing your money properly, and the majority of society manages their money properly, there's no credit debt, and the average household, even in six figures, 59% of people that make six figures have credit card debt over $6,000, $7,000. The average household has $15,000 of credit card debt. So just throw yourself in the pot. If I taught you, if you learned how to manage your money and you had zero credit card debt at the end of every month, and you didn't use that credit card as often, and you didn't hold debt, somebody's not making money off you. That's going to make somebody unhappy, and that somebody's going to be Visa, American Express, or MasterCard. They're going to be unhappy. Every time you go into a store, they say, hey, you want to put that on the Home Depot charge card? I don't have a Home Depot charge card. Well, I'll tell you what, $15 off this purchase if you get one. Guess what? They're going to make 80,000 times the $15 they're going to give you. That's why they're giving it to you. You know what? If you look in your wallet and you have more than 2 or 3 credit cards and they have balances on them, you need to stop using the cards. Now, I don't want to get you in trouble. Don't cut them up. Don't close them. But stop using them. Get the balances paid off. And then just use one. Use one that's going to give you benefits, points, airline tickets, whatever it is you're trying to get. But you don't need 18 different cards from all the retail stores. Everything that you want to get done, you can get done with American Express, a Visa, or a MasterCard. I promise you, you can get it done. You can pay less interest, less to manage. So let's jump into proper financial management. What can you do to stabilize your financial life no matter what the income stream is? First thing that you can do, you got to take an analysis. You have to analyze where you are. So you sit down, you take a budget sheet, email me, I'll send you one. You can Google one, it's not hard to get. Get a budget sheet. You're going to put your income at the top, and you're going to list every expense that you have. You're going to separate your monthly expenses, okay, that happen every month, from your revolving expenses and from your fixed expenses. So that's your balances on your house, the balances on your car. You're just going to take the monthly payments of those. And you're going to figure out how much money is going out the door at the end of the month. It's as simple as that. But you got to do this exercise first. You have to know where you stand. The most important number that you need to know is how much money is left over at the end of the month. It's your income, you got all of your expenses, you got your date night, you got your gas bill, your car payment, your insurance, what's left over. That number is called discretionary income. Discretionary income. It's what's left over. It's what you should be saving on a monthly basis, which should be in your accounts. You should be able to see that. Now, we're not going to beat you up for this because maybe you don't have it there, maybe you do, but this is how you become financially stable. Control that number. The larger that number, the better your life's going to be. If that number is under $500 a month, then you need to tighten your belt just a little bit. Try to get that number to $500 a month. Then you want to try to save at least half of that number. Now, what am I saying? I'm saying that things are going to come up. New tires. Your kid breaks a window in the house. The hot water tank needs to be serviced. Things are going to happen. So your goal should be to save at least half of your discretionary income in an account you don't touch. Now look, if you go to Derick on Demand, all this is on video for you. It lays it all out. But I'm giving you the cliff notes so you're going to fix your finances right now. Grab your spouse, grab your partner, sit them down and say, I need you to do yours, I'm going to do mine, and then we're going to put it together. What are you spending at the salon? What am I spending at the barbershop? and let's put it together. Let's figure it out what's left over that we can grow our empire. You need a goal. You need an empire. You need to say, hey, I'm going to set my life on fire and I'm going to take control of it right now, today. And if they don't want to jump in, then they can work till they're 72, but you need to get your stuff in order. It always works better when two come together. It always works better when two come together.
This is Mary. She understands the importance of a strong root system. So when Mary lost a tooth, she went to Frankel Dentistry to replace it with a dental implant. Its titanium root is precisely placed and naturally fuses with her jawbone over time for a permanent replacement that's as strong as it is beautiful, just like her smile. Because making you smile is what we're all about.
So you've done your budget, you got your discretionary income. The next thing you need to do is you need to take a look at your spending. How much are you personally spending? Gasoline, groceries, Amazon, buying things. I mean, are you spending the whole farm on this stuff, or do you have it under control? I'm going to give you a secret. And it's really not a secret. It's something that everybody should know. 25% of your bring home income should be allocated to your personal spending. That's your gasoline, your groceries, your hair, your nail, your personal care, all those things. 25%. If you're at 30% or 40%, you're spending too much money. You need to back it off. You got to back it off. So I promise you, if you get a hold of those two things, your numbers will start to change right away. Now look, if you're belly up, if you're underwater, if you make more month than money, we got to do something a little different. You need to email me and I'll tell you what you need to do. But you got to do something a little different, something a lot more aggressive. For those that are making six figures, we can fix that super quick. Just follow what I'm talking to you about. Just go on a little spending diet for 30 days. Just go on a spending diet for 30 days. Promise you, you won't regret it. Start taking a look at where you're spending your money. So go to your bank statement and pull up last month. Pull up the entire last month. And every time you see gasoline, write down the gasoline amount you spent and when you spent it. Every time you see groceries, write that down too. Every time you see Amazon or any spending outside of paying bills, write it down. And then add that up. It'll tell you what you're spending personal care wise for the whole month, divided by your whole paycheck. Is it at 25% higher or significantly lower? The more money you make, the lower that number probably is going to be. But you need to know. So knowledge is power, and that's what they mean when they say that. Knowing will help you control where you're trying to go. So now you have that done. If you have a really big discretionary income number, guess what? You get to increase your 401k contribution. You get to set up a Roth IRA. There's other things that you can do to begin to build your net worth. We're going to be right back. We're back. I am so glad that you're still here. You know what? This conversation is needed, it's required, it's necessary. Who's got your money? I'm telling you, it's Amazon. You're sending your money to Jeff Bezos. He's got billions. Okay, 2 weeks ago, Elon Musk, the price of Tesla dropped. The stock price of Tesla dropped 11%. He lost $27 million in a week. Okay, I'm wrong. He lost $27 billion in a week. The 52nd guy on the Forbes 500 richest people list is worth $52 billion. Is worth $27 billion. I'm getting this all messed up. He's worth $27 billion. So what Elon Musk lost in a week is what this guy's total net worth is. None of us normal people can lose $27 billion in a week. My point to you is that he'll make all that up. He'll make it up. What will you make up? Can you make it up that fast? No, you're not making it that fast. So we have to take control of where we are. We have to maximize what we're doing, and we got to elevate. So I'm not super huge. I'm somewhere between like Dave Ramsey and like a Grant Cardone. I'm right in the middle, right? So the people that are telling you, you can be rich, you can be a billionaire, you can have all this money, and somebody else telling you to count every penny that you ever thought you're gonna bring in, I'm in the middle. So I want you to know what pennies are going out the door, and if you wanna be rich, you gotta come to me first. Because what I'm gonna show you is that you need to be able to be disciplined with what you have, or you will never be wealthy. You cannot make money if you can't manage the money you make. It is just a law. You've got to manage what you have at a high level before you will be blessed with more money. Because more money will come and it'll just go. And no matter how much money you make, if you spend it all, you're in the same boat. Got to get in a better boat. I don't know about you, I want a nice boat. I want a really nice boat, and I don't want to be struggling to put gasoline in it. So how do you do that? How do you stay in the middle? Manage what you have, okay? Because there's only two ways to build wealth. Reduce expenses and increase income. And you can't increase your income if your expenses are out of control. So we need to control our expenses. Now you got that done. That'll take you 30, 60, 90 days to get that under control. I'm not saying it'll take you 30, 60, or 90 days to be debt free. I'm saying get it under control. Know where your money's going. Know where you're spending, what your spending habits are. Change them, transform them to something that's benefiting you, meaning you're going to stop spending money on liabilities and you're going to start spending money on assets, right? Assets are what grow. Liabilities are just hitting you in the pocket. Kids are liabilities. They just eat and they buy expensive gym shoes and they want telephones and video games. They are liabilities. Unless you put them to work, now they become an asset. But we're not talking about child labor, so we'll talk about that another day. So let's talk about that. So what you're doing is you're looking to take your discretionary income and start another stream of income. Right? You're going to get yourself to $10,000, $20,000, $40,000 of cash in the bank. And we'll talk about what to do with that cash another day. But you need to get an emergency fund. You need to get, they tell you to get 3 to 6 months. Let me tell you something. After what we've experienced, you need to get 12 months easy, locked up. Set aside, not touching it. Don't care if you make any interest on it at all, but you can survive another 12 months if you didn't go back to work. That's where you want to be. That's where you need to be. That's where you should be thinking. That's what the wealthy do. They shut it all down when their revenue starts to drop, when their assets drop, when they are losing money, they shut it down until they get it back. They know where their reserves are. And if you think wealthy people don't know where their money is, you're smoking something really foul. Wealthy people know where all the dollars are. They know where they are. They know where they are. They know where they're going, and they know when they're coming back. So what we're talking about is getting your nest egg situated, getting your emergency fund situated, making sure that you got money set aside for vacations, for home improvement, for all those things. And then every dime above that, we want to put into an account that you can start looking at alternate streams of income. Personally, I like hard assets. I like assets like real estate. I like hard assets. I like small businesses, things that you can see the value. When you walk into a home, you can see if it's valuable or not. You can see if it's worth what they say it's worth on the low side. On the high side, it's just luck and ice cream, right? It's just gravy. But on the low side, you know what it's worth. You can see what the value is. They're never going to run out of real estate, right? Meaning that they're not going to buy anymore. So real estate is what you need to do. At least a percentage of your portfolio. Google it. Go Google it. The 90% of the self-made millionaire, 90% of self-made millionaires have real estate inside their portfolio. I'm not a real estate agent. I'm not going to make a dime if you go out and buy real estate. I'm just helping you understand how money is made. Life is tough, but you're ready to do anything possible to make it better. The key is you have to zone in on exactly what it is you want. And then you have to put all of your energy into that. You know, I wish I could tell you it was easy, but it takes immense dedication, determination, and focus to really get what you want. But when you fix your focus, you fix your family, You fix your fitness and you fix your finances. Now let me tell you, money is just the doorway to your success. The real focus is on your pathway. So we'll plan a path that will help you to elevate your life so that you can become the absolute best version of yourself. And then everything else falls into place. Are you ready? Money is made and wealth is built while you're sleeping. Let that sink in. If you're not making money while you're sleeping, you need a new strategy. You gotta add that strategy to your streams of income. You're working, your spouse is working, there's only 24 hours in a day. Most people sleep 8 of those. They screw around at least 4 or 5 of those, okay? They're driving one of those. It only leaves so much time to work. So if you're not making money while you're not physically doing something, you're missing the boat. You need to get on a better boat. So what can you be doing? You need to do the work. You need to grab a journal and start writing down what your skills are. What are you amazing at, right? I didn't say what do you love with all your heart. I said, what are you amazing at? What can you do to elevate your value, especially while you're sleeping? We'll talk about that another time. As a matter of fact, we have on the 31st, we have a workshop for people entrepreneurs looking to start, build, or blow up their business. You should check it out. On another note, understand that the principle is to control what you have, to build your nest egg and secure the home front. You gotta have it be foundationally secure. Above and beyond that, you need to max out your pension plans. Make sure you have money for vacations, for home repair, for the things that might come up. And then every dime above that needs to go into some concept of making more money. One of those concepts of making more money needs to be making you money without you doing anything actively. That might mean you're hiring somebody else to do it and they're working while you're sleeping. I don't know. That's the premise. You gotta be figuring that out. Most people that make a lot of money have people working for them. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and hire somebody. You gotta come up with the idea, hence the journaling. Writing it down. What are you amazing at? What comes easy to you? What do you know all about that you should be sharing with the world? I know that you have something inside of there you should be sharing with the world. You got to know it. You got to pull it out, and you got to decide that no matter what, you're going to go for that, because that's the gift that you have. That's the talent. That's the value. Value represents your money. Your money represents your potential happiness, control, and freedom. We all want freedom to do what we want, when we want, how we want, as often as we want, where we want, with whomever we want. That's freedom. Are you going to keep doing what you've always done, talking about getting better, thinking about getting better, but not doing anything about it? I know I'm not. I know the people I work with don't. You shouldn't either. You deserve something greater. You deserve something better. And it's going to happen if you just put your mind to it. Maybe you need to get a partner, and together you guys tackle it. But you need to do something, and you do it right now. So listen, you need some help? Just reach out. dg@derickgant.com. I'm happy to help you figure it all out. It's what we're here for. Everybody needs somebody to build that dream. You can't build the dream alone. It doesn't happen. It's too busy. It's too noisy. You need some help. So reach out if you decide you want to do something and you don't know what to do. If you know what to do, shame on you. Get to doing it. Don't sit around on your hands having the same Groundhog Day year after year, no money in the bank, nothing to show for it, and you're still unhappy. You know, money doesn't make you happy. It gives you the tools to make better choices, to be happy, to give you better resources. We already talked about that. So I hope you decide to be that person that's going to elevate, because your kids need you to elevate. Your friends need you to elevate. Your neighbors need you to elevate. Your family needs you to elevate. And you came here to elevate. So go do it. I'm Derick Gant. I want you to be your best, bring your best, and leave nothing to chance.